We'll kick off with Gravesy if he can get our team name right, and then we'll go through the hand-up system. Gravesy, when you're ready.
Cheers, Cookie. Chris, you knew coming into this you were going up against a good team with plenty of quality. Was it all the more frustrating then when you concede a goal to a set piece early on?
Just the timing and the manner of the goals, Rich, all afternoon really. After 3 minutes, loss of possession, eye up the pitch. Goal against a set play. Timing of the second goal, the position that we lost it, fabulous finish. Get ourselves back into the game. Great goal from our point of view. I think there was a huge belief if we got that goal after half time that it was game on, and then to lose possession in the manner that we did, and a brilliant finish. Then I've got to say we often puffed and tried to change it and tried to move players around a little bit. Loss of energy from our players. I think obviously one of the things that you do look at is that the incredible conditioning of these Premier League players that can go Saturday, Tuesday, or the other part of it, they have the ability to flip it round. So it's a little bit damned if you do, damned if you don't. Do you freshen it up? Well, obviously we didn't have that ability to freshen it up with only the amount of bodies that we had on the bench. Or you stick with the same team, which looked pretty tired today. I think we've squeezed everything out of these players. And there's a few of them look pretty tired and pretty leggy, especially late on. And I've got to say, I thought it was a pretty comfortable last 10 or 15 minutes for them.
Is it your feeling at the end then, Chris, that 3 games in the space of a week with the reduced numbers you've got was just perhaps a bridge too far? Well,
no, because it's the errors that have for me a bit self-inflicted, really. Players have got to expect to press. Especially in the middle of the park. As I said, the first goal, that's just a job to do by somebody who hasn't done it, which happens up and down the country. That's basic, and losing the ball in the positions that we did is basic. But as I keep saying, there's quite a lot that I admire about the team, the way they give it a go, their attitude to being 2-0 down against, I would say, a little bit better than a good team, and I'd say a little bit better than good players. And squads, and I think there's a couple maybe that might even made the trip north that and possibly more than a couple. So that shows you what they're up against, and whether I'm being naive, I really fancied us, and we did as a football club. I thought we got paid a compliment in terms of the way they set up. I thought the attitude of their team, and you could see, led by the manager, was that this is going to be a difficult afternoon in terms of what he said. I think he thought we were better than our points tally. Apart from, as I said, the last 10 minutes, it wasn't a foregone conclusion. But the goals really, at any level. After Tuesday night, Rich, the first thing that we needed was to have a really bright start and get a foothold in the game, and we didn't. And you could just see the attitude of their players straight away when they get that first goal. It just really give them a huge boost and deflates us a bit.
Last one from me, Chris. No Ben Osborne in the squad today. Was that illness, injury, or tactical?
Yeah, no injury. No, it won't be tactical, Rich, because we've only got 6 subs.
Are you able to tell us what the injury is, Chris?
Yeah, he's got a calf injury. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see how he progresses this week. So he might be available for the weekend, but we'll wait and see.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers, Rich.
David Woods.
Need to unmute Dave. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Chris, away from the game a bit, when David McGoldrick scored your goal, I was very aware that he made no effort to celebrate with teammates in line with the new Premier League rules. Tottenham, for whatever reason, didn't do that. I was wondering, is that something you've stressed to your players in the light of difficult situations people are going through to calm down the celebrations, or was that just because it was a natural reaction?
Well, it wouldn't have been a natural reaction, because the natural reaction would to be jump all over him.
Exactly. That's what I
So,
mean.
yeah.
Sometimes, but sometimes players don't, when you're behind, celebrate quite so much. But it is a conscious thing from your players and yourself.
Yeah, directives from the Premier League this week, Zoom call meetings and other things to do our bit and try and adapt in a difficult moment in an emotional game. But like you said, there's other things happening in our country that obviously need to be dealt with as well. Yeah, of course.
And you yourself personally reinforced that, did you, to the players today or in the course of the week?
Well, yeah, that's why you obviously saw the reaction, Dave. Yeah. So, but I think that they understand the situation as well with the amount of coverage that it's happened, and they're responsible human beings as well.
It's a tough question, but any thoughts on Spurs not doing it? I know you probably don't want to denigrate.
I didn't realise. I didn't recognise.
Yeah, there was 9 players celebrated one of the goals, 9 players, and hugging and jumping on each other's backs and such like. But I guess you'd say that it's their business.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hi, Chris. Oliver Norwood, not normally that type of performance we see from him, but sadly he's just had one of them games, hasn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately you get punished. So I've been, he's done great for us in that period. But as I said, we haven't got the numbers to whiz it around, and if we had that ability or option to do that, and then obviously there's a school of thought that on winning Saturday and getting a good result Tuesday that we could go again. But there was some off the pace a little bit, and I think this league just finds you out when you're a little bit off, and we needed to produce. This is Tottenham again, and even though before the lead up, I believe we could get a big result, which it would be. It still amazes me how people think that regarding us against them, that we have a divine right to get a result or win the game. We've still got to do an awful lot of things right, and we have to play near perfect to get that result. And unfortunately, from the first goal, a couple of mistakes in possession, and obviously a set piece, and then obviously the second and third, and the timing of them, they punish you. The 2 world-class finishes from Ndombele and obviously Harry Kane. And I've got to say, the conditioning of these Premier League players is something that I'll take away with me at the end of the season, or whenever I do reflect how incredible that they are conditioned to this, game in, game out, day in, day out, to go again, or yet again they still have that ability to freshen it up.
Obviously, you've always been a manager who, when you lose games, it's about the manner of the defeat. Tottenham, with that front three, they don't need any handouts or invitations, but that must have been the disappointing thing, Chris.
That was a situation last year in this division, and I think the common theme is you go through the leagues and you don't get punished. You might get punished, and you get punished. So, that at that level, but whatever level you play at, you look to get, if it's a Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, academy game, it's going to be live late, and you want to get a good start. Whatever game of football you talk about, you want to get a foothold in the game, and especially at this level. So to go 1 down after 3 minutes in the manner that we did, I said, keep saying it, Nate. I'm getting everything out of these players, I believe, and it's tough, but near perfect we have to be. I think it shows you what we had to do last year. The level of performance Tuesday night was good. Everybody was at it. Everybody was on top of the game. And today you've just seen a little bit of a dip. Not a dramatic one, not a drastic one. Not a fall off the side of a cliff one, but a little bit, and unfortunately the result that happened today happens.
Last one from me. John Egan now missing for Manchester United, it don't get any easier. Any complaints with that?
No, I mean, listen, I've always said about the bookings, and the tolerance level now to what it used to be, and it's still the same. I think it's ridiculous, if I'm honest. For John to pick up five bookings in 20 odd games, 19 games, 20 odd games, and the way cards are getting handed out, on competitive sides, we have to take that on the chin. It's obviously disappointing, John. This is.
Thanks, Chris. Take care. All the best.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah, hello, mate. Just in terms of those numbers, how? I mean, does this just make it double important that people do come in now to boost the squad? Because obviously some of these are going to be out for a while, aren't they?
Yeah, obviously we have the issue that we've missed a couple of incredibly huge players. One recently in Xander, who would have, of course, made a difference to our team, and one from Jack O'Connell. But I'm just dealing with the players, so I can get some players back fit. I'm just dealing with the players that I've got, James, at the moment, and trying to get a few back fit, and cajoling and squeezing everything out of the players that we've got, because they still are, not turning it in, not giving up. And you saw the reaction at half time, 2-0 down. The manner and the timing of the goals are really disappointing. And then our action come flying back second half. Should score Jayden. And I don't think, as I've said in previous interviews, I don't think anybody was surprised after we got 2-1 back in it that there was something in the game for us. But a mistake, a brilliant finish, and the brutality of the Premier League is there for everybody to see from our point of view.
Thanks all.
See you guys.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chris.